fucking so. How are you doing, mobsters? Good evening. Welcome to Beard Mob England TV.
Wow.
And
the first show.
So high. Are you so high?
I don't know. Are we allowed to be? No.
No, we're here for sewing.
So high.
The highest grade of sewing. How's everyone doing? How are we, sewists? Write in the comments.
We got a few in. We're up to 11 reading on my screen.
How's it, Mr. Runrise?
This is going to confuse
got red
me.
in the house.
This is where I get caught out with proper names.
Sandman. What's up, Sandman? Sergeant at Arms.
Mr. Prezzi's in. We got Ron Rice, Andrew Hatton, Liam Jason.
Brilliant up. Here's Presidente in the house.
12 straight away. Mr. President.
Boom.
For us. I hope you've all seen this.
Tell them what we've got.
Look at the beauty.
What a beaut. If only I had my strong hand, I'd be able to don one of those rings, I tell you.
You do need quite a strong hand.
I do. I need implants.
You'll have to borrow Lupin's. I think his will fit.
Yeah, probably actually. I want the president to make me one to go on the front of the wheelchair. You know, like the car badges. What I need is a big Mr. Bob.
You might have to get made out of plastic or something like that. It'll tip you over.
Yeah, good point. I won't be going anywhere.
I'll have to go on the one with a motor.
Oh yeah, it has to be done. So we got a lot in store tonight, haven't we?
We have. We've also got quite a few viewers already. We're up to 13. There's some names from across the pond slipping up.
Oh, they're firing up their fingers.
Lieutenant Rusty looks like he's just joined. Hopefully they are firing up their fingers. I mean, I've got a pile of patches here, but I think tonight I'm going to leave it to you.
Yeah, we've got a lot to fill in.
We'll
got my shirts ready. Ready
Mark
to choose.
out tonight.
Got my OG and my Mark 2. The choice is in their hands tonight. They're going to be picking everything.
Yeah.
What shirt, what patch, where's it going? I hope they don't stitch me up though.
Ooh, first pun. First high pun of the show. Get in, Lulu.
It's all going to be good.
Where we going? So, are we going to explain to everyone how it's going to go down tonight? Or are we just going to let them find out as we take the flow? Surprise them every now and then, maybe.
Let loose. I reckon we'll get this so on the road, eh? Ba-doom.
That's number 2. I'm going to count them.
Fingers on fire.
Puns. Does that count? Is that a third one already?
I don't think so.
3 so high puns. We're in. Right.
What we need to get sorted is, what shirt am I going to sew? Or should we show them the patches for the shirts, and that'll decide what shirt? I think we should do that.
Yeah, go with patches.
I'll get that ready.
Yeah, so you're giving them quite a bit of responsibility, because your Mark 2 shirt very colour specific at the moment.
Well,
so
that is why I've been separating.
I've been separating
the patches.
You're not trusting them that much.
No. So we got envelopes full of patches. I've been stacking. Put it that way. I've been stacking, and the fingers been slacking. So they can choose what patch we're going to go with.
Right, so it's down to you people. We got 11 viewers, and your first task for us is to pick Lulu's first patch.
Yeah, should we have a look where we're going? I think we'll go with the Mark 2 first, as it's green machine. So, in highlight of the show, we have this beaut from across the pond from old Jacko.
I do believe there's one of them bad boys here.
Oh yes, I got one on the OG, so this one's ready for the Mark 2. And if you're not part of the group, there is the Facebook group, isn't there? The Beard Mob Cannabis crew. Check it out. If that's your thing. That's your thing.
We got Daniel Jones, who's just popped in and said hello.
Evening, Mr. Runesill.
Good evening, nice to be here.
We have this second one. Memories.
Lovely. Look, that's one of mine. I've got one of them to go on my shirt.
I know, we've been collecting quite a few, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got... Yes, please. I mean, are the viewers going to be friendly to you? Show one. Are they going to make it hard like that? Because that's not easy. So
there's a lot to pick through. We've got this beaut.
Oh yes, absolute beaut.
That was a run and a half. That one.
Very show appropriate.
Hopefully, Mr. Bufontenon, if he's watching, will do a second run of them, because I know there was people that missed out that definitely wanted them. I know, who was it? It was Magni was one.
Magni would have been one, yeah, I'd imagine.
From Mr. Green.
Lulu, we must have been saving together. Like,
I think so. I think when we made the decision,
we both stopped.
It was when we made that decision. We just started collecting, and then that's when all the runs started. I tell you, I've been so tempted to put them on the shirt, but I've been good boys. I've left them.
You have. You've done well.
Left them be.
I haven't
But
done
that
any
was
sand
for
for
the
ages. I got to concentrate tonight because I've kind of forgotten how to do it all properly.
So I've been rusty. Got rusty fingers from just. I haven't done it for so long. I think the last few patches I sewed were. I think it was Presidents or Beard on. Over the last ones. So it's been a few months.
Wasn't it? You done a live sewing at the British, didn't you?
Oh, I did. That was a moment in mob history. Sewing on the secretary. Yeah, it was Sexy Terry's patch. I remember sewing that on. Him whacking off his shirt, middle of the British. And I was sitting there trying to sew it.
Everywhere.
Beer everywhere. Right, are we ready to see the OG patches available? For them to do. Right, here's for the OG. Now, this first one's a special one. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
Nice space. Who's that commenting? Dan Silky Brown's floating a little flag comment in there. Patience, Dan. That is one awesome Secret Santa pack.
Absolutely epic. Merry Morbid Christmas.
And if the viewers are kind, that might be the one that comes on tonight. Black thread, square.
I've got black and white.
If they're not kind, you're going to end up sewing on something like this.
Oh yes, that one will be a toughie. But like I said, I got ways and means. Obviously, I've got another Grinch going for the OG.
Boom, double Grinch.
And I had to get another one of those because it's just badass.
Double Samson.
Can we get a Mob the Duck up?
Guess what? I got 2.
Oh, you lucky bugger, you. You've been duck hunting, you have.
Somebody mentioned that Bellatrix might need one, so I might have to give that one to her after that.
You've been firing up your old Atari duck hunting toy, haven't you? Shooting them out the sky. I used to love that game. I used to love that. Something about the old school games that still does it. We have this, the beauty, and it's a very true phrase. Snap.
Such
and
a
then
good patch. Though.
We have this beauty.
Oh, guess what?
Go lab.
Brilliant. I know there's one that we haven't both got.
You'll be drinking that later. Can't be throwing it on yet. Need to empty it first.
That's right, I got this for that.
Running low, you better use your patch to top it up. What you should do, could you imagine if you had a little hole at the top of it, yeah? And you got where people smuggle drink into Ascot and that, the pouches, have pouches full of milk under the shirt. And then you can have a bit of sip of milk.
I need a bloody refrigerator in my chest or something. Yeah.
Good point.
You can't be drinking
that.
You can't be drinking warm milk.
To be fair, it'll be quite, you're quite hot in there, so you could put a nice pack on underneath, 1 or 2.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't go down amiss.
It'd work, wouldn't it?
I think that trying to keep a little eye on the chat. Prezi says there's a nice little space for a We Are Mob flag behind you. We'll get to that.
There is indeed. We'll get into that. Mob news. So what patch are we deciding, audience?
Yeah, people, let's see some comments.
Drop the patch you want, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. We'll sew from there.
Let's go down. Pun number 5. You got to stop.
Ryan Sorrell in the house. What's up, brother? Got
we
Chris
got a
Perrin.
secret patch Santa. What's happening? We got some hellos. We've only got duck patch. Secret. I've seen 2 secret Santa patch votes so far.
Well, that'd be a nice easy stone. It's a lovely
That's what I
patch. That's
mean,
the thing. That's the thing with patches. Let me get 2
Oh.
examples out for you.
Hang on, I've seen 2 Santa ones. I've seen 2 duck ones. Oh no,
Ooh.
Secret Santa's taken over, Lulu. It looks like the audience are being friendly.
Because I'll explain. If I can show. So if you can see this patch, it's quite flimsy around the rim, you see? So quite soft. I get needle, push it through. Doesn't take as much effort. Oh, get through. And then you've got other patches which are sturdy for a reason because they're going to last. That's the thing. Once you sew these on, they're on. There ain't no coming off. With this one, sometimes you get the iron-on backing, but then they could be quite thick. So, like I say, getting the needle through, it's a bit tougher. But I've got ways and means around that. So when we come to picking that patch in future episodes and lives, I'll be able to show you trick of the trade. Ow! So we have decided he dropped the milk.
He dropped the milk.
Not the milk.
I'm just running around like an idiot. It's definitely looking like Secret Santa patch.
Wow, that is exciting.
Bellatrix is listening in the kitchen, and I just asked her to get me a plug, and she opened the door to pass it to me, and I heard me in the background shout, "He's dropped the milk!"
We've heard worse. We've shouted out worse, haven't we, on lives before and had neighbours' eyebrows raising.
We have definitely shouted out worse. Let me get this. Got now. Charge.
Look at those pics on the back. Still, that edit the president did, the So High one is just outstanding. Top work.
There we go. This absolute beauty, and he was where's I didn't get that. Oh, I'll tell you what a wheel flash. I don't know. We've not spoken about this, so I'm going to flash it. I'm not even going to ask for your permission because you don't know what I'm talking about.
Not your nuts. No flashing nuts on live. All this beauty.
This absolute beauty.
It was a joint effort, this one.
That's what I was thinking.
It was.
There's a bit of everyone in there.
We're all involved in the making of this absolute beauty. And I think they'll be available. I think we should make these available.
I reckon someone might get their hands on at least one tonight.
We do have prizes to be won. And a whole lot of fun.
Depends how long you watch for, I suppose.
Yeah, stick around.
Stick around.
Have to stick around.
That's another pun. I'm putting it down.
President's in charge of that. He's the pun king. Pumpkin.
Is that? Can we?
I don't know. He's the pun king. He always comes out with them like perfectly. I think you should write a book because I tell you, it's constant. But he could be the decider of the puns.
We need a tick. I'm up to 7. Prezi, if you don't agree with any, chuck it on the chat. Tell me to cross it off.
It'll be brutal.
I'm watching the chat. We're getting lots of love, but it's from a minute ago, so I don't know what we said.
You must have said something amazing.
Probably one of your puns.
I have another decent patch that I'm yet to find a place for. I just don't know. Like these beauties.
Oh, maybe one day. Oh no, that's too big for the show. I was going to say maybe one
whole
day.
Show. It'll be a big show. That
That's a fair one. Just get straight on with the sewing.
There are just so many. Endless.
Oh my god. 8. Where we go?
Spare me
We
one
got
more rummage.
13 people. Guy Hagen's just come in, milking it. Whee.
Nice. So yeah, a few tips. Like I say, when it comes to sewing, depending on the patch and how thick it is, there's 2 different sorts of thread. Now, the ideal thread you want to go for is the thicker thread. I don't know if you can see that. Because comparing the two, hard to see. Tell you what. Let me get my magic paper.
Your magic
So I don't know if you can see. One is slightly thinner than the other.
You can definitely see that on the screen.
So, the thicker the thread, I'd say the more sturdy the patch will be on. Because you never know, you might go in for a hug with a brother or sister, get a bad snag, and then that's it. It might pick away a thread. But I'm going to be teaching you to avoid that by doing smaller stitches.
This has fallen off due to many mob hugs.
So easily done. I mean, I've lost badges. I've lost, you get the peelers from ironing. You always get the odd peeler that starts. So that's why you want to go with a more sturdy thread. Now, these are usually available online because the problem is if you go for the sewing kits, they're great for on the spot touch-ups, like at the British, proof there.
Hell yeah.
But the thread is often cheaper, thinner, more likely to snap. And if you've been sewing, like, say, straight for half an hour and you get a snappage, you're in trouble. There is ways you can rectify it. I need to do another sew and tell episode to cover that. There is ways to rectify it. But like I say, you're better off getting the right equipment because it's your shirt, you spent a lot of money on it. You want it looking neat and fancy. Don't forget, stitches get bitches. That's a good one. Stitches get the bitches.
It's going down.
Because they love the tone.
Another question from one of the viewers, buddy. Guy Hagen Arrow. Do you use a thimble?
I do use a thimble. I don't know if you've seen the sew and tell episode, Dario. I'll have to show you, point you in the direction on the group. I think they're in the guide section, and I've gone through a few thimbles. You can get different ones. There's ones like that, which is like a leather sheath. So once you put it on your finger, you've got the little metal ending there to obviously protect the finger. They are quite comfy. I also have. The problem is in the sewing kit ones again with the cheaper ones, they're not that great. They don't last well. And they do fall off. But this bad boy, Judders, got me this beauty, but it weighs an absolute ton. Probably weighs as much as the rings on your fingers. Found that bin diving, can you believe?
It is so cool. Also, one thing which few people probably have the same issue. This is probably a normal size thimble, and I don't know if you can see, it doesn't even go over my nail.
Yeah, nothing. They all come as standard.
Yeah, I got fat man fingers, so they're not very good
the problem.
For many people.
So my thimble of choice, which I think you have one. I've given you one, haven't I? Are these bad boys?
So good.
So good. There you go.
Oh my god, that's 2. I didn't write that.
So at the back, if you can see, you can actually make them larger or smaller. They kind of wrap around your finger.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got fat man
like
fingers.
So.
I've just pushed it on.
And then you get to go. So they're the thimble of choice. And Oh, maybe if I look in my haul.
Silky's not letting us down. He's just said so good. SEW.
Sweet. My high haul over here. We have some beauties to give away.
Why have you got so many?
So we're doing so many shows.
I can't write down every time you say so as a
No, we won't. We won't. We'll leave it for the good ones. All right, let me get my stuff together.
We got John Fabula in saying hi from Cali. It's nice to see some people from across that pond.
Beauties. Don't know what title, but there'll be all sorts of time zones now.
So many. Dan, stop it, Dan. You're gonna implode.
Is he going for gold?
Yeah. We've had
Just
so good and so many. We've had so good and so many in the last 4 comments.
There you go. Let release the pumpkin.
Mr. Joe DeBill's here.
Here he is. The old gravy general. VCBJ. He said he'll pop in. Bless you.
Still awake. Good man.
Good lad. Been busy boy.
Ron Rice has found a thimble he likes.
Nice. How many of you are sewing along? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a nice question. I'm just repeating your sews, bro.
Mm.
Oh, Matty Mag.
He's on it. I've seen that one.
Did Zen just pop that up? Oh, Charles Nicholas Adams.
There you go, rocket.
We're off. Well done, boys. Come on.
Rocket is off.
Rocket is off.
So I've covered thread. I've covered the thread so far. Now, as far as needles, so many shapes, thickness, and sizes. You've got thinner ones. You got the fat boys. So, like I say, depending what thread you're using, they all have different eyes. Joker!
The Joker.
What up, brother?
Oh, they're all getting in.
They're all coming in ready to sew high. So yeah, the needles are important. You have to make sure that you're not faffing. But again, with the sewing kits, the needle's quite thin. They bend, they snap. You don't want that mid-sew, mid-session. So it's always best avoided. Always best avoided in that situation. So if I prep myself ready, did we see how many are sewing live with us? Any of them?
I haven't seen anyone say that they are yet.
Probably watching the first show. Yeah, they're going to get the rope. They're going to learn it.
That's it. They probably want to concentrate on what you're telling them rather than trying to do it at the same time. And hopefully, in a few shows' time, we'll maybe get a guest on. So someone has to sew along with it. And once we get going as well, I'm going to sew along. But for today, for the first show, I'm just going to concentrate on you guys chatting to us. Let Lulu away with the sewing because he is the sewing wizard.
We'll get in with the groove. Right, so if I fiddle with my tripod, and it's probably all going to go wrong with dodgy hands, but I will try. Can you kind of see what's going on here?
While you're doing that, have you seen the little question? Oh, Zen's taking it off. Ron Rice has asked if you've ever used a curved needle.
I haven't. To be honest, the straight needles I've used since day one. I mean, I started my sewing journey. When was it? That time pop I showed you the other day. It was 21, wasn't it? August 21. I started through YouTube, and you know, I was so used to sewing so many patches, like between me and Presidents. I think over, you know, near with pushing a lot of patches on his shirt and mine alone. And I thought I'll give it a go with the curved needle for the pockets, because I wanted to keep the pocket. But it just felt alien to me. I don't know why. I think I need to practice with it. But the fact it was curved, it just felt out of place in my hand. So I need to get to grips with it.
Are they curved so you can just do it from one side?
Yeah, so basically, I might have one here. I'm not too sure. Bear with me. I think I did.
Right, so we've got a few punters. While you're doing that, Lee Russell, he's getting so drunk watching tonight. I hope he's not getting too drunk, because he did say he might be sewing on his secret patch Santa patch.
Oh, that was a beauty, that one.
Rocket's off again, lowering the tone. His missus is soaking him off. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I haven't got the curved needle.
Let's have a look.
I've got one in here. There's the prize. There's another prize, in fact.
Ooh.
Showing up.
Joe DeBille's jumping on the pun wagon. He says if he watches all of this, he'll be so tired in the morning.
Here you go. Here's a pack of all the odds. See, some are curved, and it just helps with the angle. Because if you could imagine, if you're in a tight spot within a pocket, you need to sort of get that in. So with the curve, it just basically helps you go in and through and make the thread in. So that's another prize on the wheel. A little sneaky peek. So let me get this needle threaded. Second time in. Keep her happy. Right. So you need to find your ends. Don't worry. Basically, then if you guys can see, you've doubled the thread. So you should have a double thread here, and it makes it a little bit thicker. Okay. Try and get a bit closer. So what you've got here is the end. That's where you put the thread through the eye. And then on this side, you've got the two ends. Can you see that?
Yep.
So you got one in one end, one in the other. So the eye end, what you need to do is pinch the other two, like so. So you've basically got a circle. Can you see that?
I'm with you. I reckon everyone can see that, buddy.
So you've got the circle, and then the pointy end, the thread you've got the pointy end on. So you've pinched it at this end. So this end is the eye and the two ends of the thread. And then with the other end of the thread, you wrap it around, so about 8 times around the needle. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you need to basically push all that to the end, like so. So you've squashed it all up. So you've got that circle. And then if you just pull the needle from the pointy end, you will see the thread all goes through your finger. So getting smaller and smaller. Keep going. And then, voila. I don't know if you can see it better. You have made yourself a little knot at the end.
Perfect. This is one thing I've never done. So I saw it on one of your little videos. What do you call them? Sorry.
Show and tell episodes. They're very handy. So, like I say, if you don't want to rewind on a live and find the tutorials, here are on the show and tell episodes. So have a look there, and that will show you the ropes. So,
Right, so
what
can
you'll
I-
be left with is a little.
Can I just interrupt a second?
Yeah.
Lulu, before you finish telling us about the knotting, can we just have everyone who's watching live chuck your name up in the chat for us, and there might be a little prize
Let's drop
wheel
a
going on
hashtag.
in the next few minutes. Let's drop
Drop
a
the hashtag wheel one. Wheel one.
Wheel one. Go on. Let's do it.
If you want to enter hashtag wheel one in the comments, let's fucking sew. So you've got the end there of the knot, and there's the end thread. See the double bit there? So just simply neaten it up, chop it up. Basically, you will be left with your needle on one end, your double thread, and a
You
knot.
know what? I'm gonna have a go at this while I'm saying, because I can watch the wheel. You know, watch the wheel.
Yeah, I'll be able to have a look and help you out.
If only I knew where my needle was.
Try and fiddle with this without breaking anything.
He's back. I'm gonna grab a needle quick.
Go for it.
You keep the masses amused, Lulu.
Shall I flash some prizes? Shall I flash my stash? Let's have a little flash of the stash while everyone's viewing.
Failed on the first hurdle. Look, didn't even have my needle here.
And I'm back in the room.
He's back in the room.
Gonna flash some prizes up.
Ooh.
Nice selection of coloured threads.
Hello, cheeky.
I say it's always, yeah, it's kinky. Some nice colours in there. It's always good to match your patch with your thread. Make invisible threading, so it's just magically on your shirt.
Lulu, you got any tips on finding the end of your thread? Because I just struggled finding that one. Oh, we've got a frozen Lulu. I don't know if it is for everyone, but
My back.
Lulu. Oh, you're back now, yeah.
Maybe it's internet.
Oh, can everyone see Lulu on your chats? I mean, it's frozen on.
There you go.
Oh, you're back. Yeah,
Is that better?
I got you. And it looks like you're back on the live as well. Lovely.
Good. So, you see, you know, when you get these, they've got this little bit at the top. It's like a little section here. And then when you're done with it, basically, you wrap it around it and it'll click and it holds it like that. So you can do this, you do that with it, and you'll always find the end. That makes sense. Because it's wrapped.
Perfect.
And a little clicky bit right at the top.
What about? I know I'm putting you under the pressure here.
Go for it.
What about? So, for instance, what would you suggest I did once I've cut the thread on this? It's not a special one with one of them clicky bits around the edge. What should I?
Is it a cardboard one?
Is it cardboard? It is a cardboard one. Yeah.
What I do is I get scissors and I snip it at an angle at the top of the cardboard and then just wedge the thread in that snip. That makes sense.
That is genius.
That's what I did to all of mine. Because I used to do the exact same thing. Or I'd put it in my sewing bag. Show off my little sewing bag. And then there's nothing worse than having knots of thread and all sorts, just a big mess. Like your grandma's Danish biscuit tins. Do you remember? You used to open them up expecting buttery biscuits and there'd just be a ball of thread. And you'd always stab yourself rummaging through it.
Let me at the biscuits. Nope. Right.
I used to hate it. I always used to think maybe this one chance I found the actual real biscuit tin. No, it'd always be sewing. Like my nan used to have about 4 or 5 of them stashed around the house. And I used to think, like, how could you have so much sewing gear? And I think I'm getting there now. I'm getting a collection. I need to start getting some Danish biscuits, filling them up.
I was going to say, you need to swallow some biscuits so you can have your own tin.
Easily done on a So High episode.
Right. Yes. That's actually it's a good excuse.
It is. Got to get your munch on.
What was I doing? Right. I've got word from the powers that be that we've got a little wheel ready.
Oh, should we have a little shingling and have a look? Look at that. Who have we got on here? Got your wife watching Bellatrix. Got Joker. Magni. Got Presidente is in the house. Rusty. Got Old Red, Ron Rice. We've got Judders. Got Ryan Sorrell. Got Danny Purdy, Yukon. Got Arrow, Pyro, Rocket, Chris Hall, Thomas YS. We're good to sew. How are we going to decide it, do you think? Last mobster standing?
I think so, because while we're waiting for last mobs to stand in, you're going to explain to me how to do this again.
Yep, no problem at all.
Just a little recap for everyone and me.
So once you've threaded, if you can't, you get those little fray bits at the end of your thread, and if they're struggling to go through the eye of the needle, always just cut the tip off with scissors. Make it as a clean cut as possible, because then that'll be easier to push through the eye.
That's why it's important to have some good scissors, isn't it?
Yeah, because I find, when you do the old method where you lick the thread, sometimes you pull more fibres and it makes it even harder.
Yeah,
to go through.
Definitely done that a number of times.
Yeah, and you're there for ages trying to do it. So once you've threaded that.
Yeah, so I've threaded my needle.
And you should have. A circle. Yeah. So make sure that when you make the circle, the ends of the threads, the two ends, make sure you hold that where the eye of the needle is. Okay.
What? So put the two ends together.
And just pinch all of that at the eye.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the thread at the pointy end, that should be there. That's what you need to wrap around the needle 8 times.
So that I'm getting literally the whole of the double thread wrapped around. So am I?
Yeah. So grab. So like a circle there, just grab it and just go wrapping like that. Okay.
I think I got
That's the pointy bit. So you've got the circle like that. You've pinched the end here where the eye is. So then wrap 8 times around the needle.
Yeah.
And then with the finger and thumb that you're holding onto the eye, you need to just pull it, all the thread that you've wrapped, all into one big ball, and just carry on pulling your needle through, and it should feed through. Don't let go, just pull it all into one. Have you managed?
Oh, I got it.
And then you should have a knot at the end. Sorted?
Oh, he screwed it.
Practice, mate. Like I say, when I started doing it, I must have did it about 4 or 5 times to start with, just to get the hang of it. So it's one of those jobs that over time you will get there. It's like with anything you start new. Right, so we get this wheel underway.
Get it rolling. Sorry, I was imagining it was rolling while we were doing that, but
We have to big up our sexy Terry first for being in charge of this beautiful show. Wouldn't be possible without him. Let's all mop the fuck up our sexy Terry. Give him a round of applause.
Yes, Mr. Zen, sexy Terry. What a legend he's been.
Absolutely Zen.
Legend. Yeah, I've screwed it up. But what I am going to do, when I come to start sewing, I'm going to go onto your videos and I'm going to watch it again and again.
Yeah. The thing is it shows and it explains it a lot better on the episodes. That's why I created them just so you can keep going back, like I did basically, because I started with YouTube. I think I was looking on YouTube and there was a video, and that's what got me learning. And then from there, I picked up my own tricks, came across problems, rectified them, and it's just trial and error. So I thought, you know what? I'll whack them into some episodes, put them up, and get everyone sewing.
Perfect.
Because I know it can be expensive if you go to a tailor to get it paid for. And like I say, I've seen damage to ironing on and things like that. So, yeah, it's always best to sew. I mean, they're not cheap, the shirts or patches. Over time, you're going to have a massive shirt covered in all expensive threads and fabric. So you want the best for it, don't you?
Of course. Cool. We're down to 4 on the wheel.
Oh, it's getting tense. Unlucky Yukon. You got left into the top 3.
Ron Rice, Rocket,
Red,
and Silky.
Rocket, and President.
He's still in.
He needs to win. He needs to win some sewing stuff so he can start doing his shit.
Start doing his own. Coming in. Down to 2.
Oh,
there he goes. There's his So, home or away?
I'm sure the president will be learning. He's got enough shirts now that he'll learn. Who's it gonna be?
Oh,
Unlucky
it's our
Red.
very own Rocket.
Rockets for the win.
Go on.
Well done, lad.
Silky says we jinxed him.
Oh, I'm in trouble now. Yeah.
Yes, Rocket. Get your ring out.
Good lad.
Well, I've wasted the thread there, but I'll practice.
Oh, now he gets to go on our nice big prize wheel. Should we have a look at this? Look at that.
First time seeing the prize wheel. Look at it. What we got?
Plenty on there.
We got 15 different options at the moment, and we've still got a few things to add to that for future weeks. But yeah, here's your chance, Rocket. 1 of 15. I'll tell you what we should have done. We should have put a no prize on there as well.
Oh, should we be mean? Should we do that for next time? Throw a spanner in the works.
When we start running out of prizes.
Yeah, we should, we should.
You know what this is? The very first prize of So High. So I think
I'm excited.
I'm gonna chuck one of these in.
Yeah, we'll have to chuck one of those in. I think we have to do that.
That one. I'll write it down, Rocket. I'm going to send you one of them for you're our first prize winner.
Tell you what, I think I'm going to be generous as well. I'm going to throw in a new special sticker.
Right, I'm writing your name on the back of this one, brother. What are you throwing in, Lulu? Is it a surprise? Yeah, go on.
Oh, we got a shiny Marbio and Luigi.
Love it.
I'll chuck one of them in there for him as well.
One of the best stickers so far, I reckon. That's a special one.
Donning on the flag as well.
Rocket, your name's on the back of this, mate. So there's one. Lulu's chucking in another sticker, and you're about to win something else, brother.
Oh, should we find out?
Are we going to spin
You
it?
call it.
Are we going
You
to
call
spin
it,
it? Who wants
Capitan.
it to spin? Go on then, Zen. Get that wheel spinning. Let's get our first proper prize out there to Mr. Rocket himself.
Got himself a limited. Oh, what's that? Wait, it's one of yours, Jacko.
Which one is it? I can't see. My screen's too small.
I think it's Wonder Woman. Your Wonder Woman set.
Was it Wonder Woman? Just run a little bag set. Lovely.
And the stickers. Well done, Rocket.
Couple of stickers that you weren't expecting in the prize. We weren't expecting to give you, actually. That was off the cuff. And yeah, one of our little.
We have our first winner.
Boom.
History in the making, that. First so and high winner.
Let me write it down.
I've got a pen and paper here, so I will jot down as well. Get close up.
I bet Zen's doing it as well. That is actually very, very special.
I did that. What time was it? About 9 o'clock today. And it's still good.
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't even needed to touch it. I've had a roast
mate.
dinner. I've had about 6 cups of tea.
Is that a certain new wax from a certain Opie's, is it?
It is. And I tell you, it's fucking... I mean, I've tried a few waxes in my time, but this one, it lasts. Definitely comp grade. Rocket got badges.
Yeah. I don't know if you cracked up for everyone else then.
What's that?
I don't know if you went silent for a second. I asked if it was the Opie's new one.
It is.
And you...
Hard as hell.
Sweet, sorry.
Competition grade, I tell you, it is worth getting. We've got a few discount codes floating about within the mob. We've got Bear 15 and Ryan 15, but definitely check it out. Use stashers and stash rollers. Ready in time for comp season. I will show you pictures of mine too.
I might have to start twiddling mine again. I think it depends. I'm going to go partial again this year, so I don't know if I'll be allowed to do Tash.
We've got time to figure out our categories. Like I say, last year I was in the under 4 for most of them, but this has actually grown out. Let me have a look. I haven't actually had a little gander for a while. Get my tape measure out. It has had a spurt. That's what I mean. I've got a while to go.
I'm around 6, I reckon.
I can't even see.
Oh, I can't, mate. I'm sorry. I reckon put your finger there and then look at it. Yeah, about there.
Oh, about 5. There is that category at OPs. 5-inch and over style stuff. Yeah.
5 and over.
Or do I trim it back? Decisions will be made before the next comp, I'm sure.
By then you might be trimming it back to 5.
Yeah, possibly. I think I will. I don't know. I miss it when it was long. I remember when I grew it at its longest, and I've seen pictures now, because obviously when I did the massive trim back, I took a good few inches off for OPs. And now I look back at pictures, like, it's actually quite big. I was like, do I do it again? Do I give it a beard mark too, just to see if it's any different? Because the problem I get is as it grows out, it kind of wisps into thinness, as you can see.
Same. Not blessed with them genetics.
But then a second time around, I might be lucky, and it might be a different story. So I'll have to decide, see how it goes over time. Right, I need to prep my patch ready to sew, because obviously this one isn't an iron-on, and I haven't got me an ironing board together. I'm not getting all that out and faffing, because I think we'll be here all night, and the iron weighs a ton, so especially for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera back down, show you how I prep my patch. So you need to get yourself some sticky sided tape. for this one, because it basically acts as your sticky back, as your iron-on back, but it won't leave any residue. So if you decide one day you want to move a patch around to make more fit, if you haven't ironed it on and you've used sticky back tape or just sewn it on, you can move it around. You've got that beauty. But the problem is when you iron on a patch, you end up with that white gluey residue underneath, and that's something you can't hide off a shirt.
Yeah, totally.
But what you need to do is when you do put the sticky back on, make sure you leave enough border to actually sew, because I've done it before. I used too much tape, and trying to get a needle and thread through sticky tape is a no-go. You get about that way, and then it's just a big gluey sticky mess, and you have to start all over again. So I've learned the hard way. So what you need to do is make sure you've got enough sewing rim, because I'm gonna be sewing around the outer black line today. That's my sewing space for this one.
Perfect.
Then, like I say, that's the cover. I am going to.
Were you saying that going through sticky tape would have affected it? But it's good to know.
It does, because if you think about the metal on the needle, it drags through all that glue, and you end up with a sticky needle, and it's an absolute nightmare, if I'm honest.
Nobody wants a sticky needle, do they?
No, you don't want a sticky prick.
A prick sticks,
right.
I might say. Can we say good night to Joe?
Nice, Jacko. Take care, brother. Take care, brother Jacko. Right. So let's get the OG shirt, because that's where this patch is going, and we need to actually decide where the hell am I going to?
We're on to positions.
Where am I going to put it? I mean, if I just hold that up just briefly, where are we thinking? Because I've got all this space on the back, as you can see, but it's kind of uniformed at the back there. Nothing underneath. Or I have options on the side. You know the grey strip down the side of your shirts? I've started the line down here. So on this side, I've got going up. So I could put it above this. Put it above that one. Or the other side.
What are you going to do? Give the viewers just a couple of options rather than saying where do you want
just see where they reckon it should go. So where is it? The other side, I've just got this one. Jaeger at the bottom. So where are we thinking? The front's covered. There's no room at all on the front, which we all know. If we've seen me in my OG shirt, that's stacks. I mean, there ain't going to have any more patches going anywhere on there. Anything weighs a ton.
At some point, mate, you got to show everyone the inside of your shirt.
Yeah, I put a sneak peek on one of the sew and tell, just a drag shot. I can't remember. I think it was on one of the coloured thread ones. But let me unbutton her, because I'm going to need to have some room to sew. So while I unbutton her, where do you think? Where do the viewers think? Are we going on the stack side, or are we going to go above Jaeger? Or I could go on the sleeve.
I don't think I've got saying with the Jaeger.
I think that will look quite neat there. I'll spin the camera around in a minute. I'll get it all sorted. The shirt.
I think with the Jaeger's a sensible option.
I'll give you a flash of the inside.
Look at the detail, the sewing, people. When we've got white on grey, it looks great inside, doesn't it?
It does. And the orange and then the greens and the red and the whites. So we think, where's the majority thinking then? Jaeger?
Most of our votes are coming for above the Jaeger.
Sweet. Let me get that bad boy ready. Move my bits around. Table's getting a bit crowded. That's
Get your bits out, bruv.
That's what she said. Oh, having wobbly screen now. Wobbly screen time. There you have it.
Any questions from anyone watching? Anything you want to know? I am trying to keep an eye on the chat as well as chatting with Lulu. So yeah, any inputs? Give us a shout on the chat, and I'll ask Lulu. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm listening to him too.
Are you all enjoying the show? That's a good one to find out.
Well, it is. Let's just ask you that. Are you enjoying it? How are we doing? First Beard Mob England TV live.
We are mob. Right, so I need to get this yellow backing off. Make it sticky. So that just peels off. Leaves it.
Wait.
You see?
Yeah.
Sticky.
You're in view. You're a good angle there with your camera, mate. I think everyone can see.
All right. So what you want to do is pull the shirt tight on a flat surface so you don't get any creases.
So Magni's asking. While you're there, sorry, Magni's asking. Where's the best place to get a decent sewing kit? Do you know off the top of your head, or?
If you're lucky enough to have sewing shops or tailors in your local area, they're usually a good place to go. Alternatively, I found browsing between, your standard Amazon, eBay for a decent quality kit. What I tend to find is avoid kits all in one if you want to go pro with the sew, because over time, you want a decent bit of kit. So I'd start with your standard black and white thread. I can lead you in the right direction on what to get, because I don't know if you've seen before, there's all these weird little numbers and digits on the bottom of threads. So I'll be able to help you on what to order. I can even... So I can send links out. Night. Take care. So yeah, I can send links out if anyone's interested in where to go and what direction to go in. So if anyone does want a bit of advice on where to go from there, I'll be able to point them in that direction.
So jump in Lulu's inbox later if you want a little bit of advice where to get your gear from. He'll point you in the right way.
So, are we ready to sew? Hi.
Let's do it.
Shall I get started?
Get started, mate. And I think, shall we have another #wheel while you're sewing?
Yeah, let me just show them how to start off with first. And then I reckon a wheel is in order, 100%. Let's get some winners. It's Sunday. We need some chicken dinners for a Sunday.
Hell yeah.
So what you do now is you got your needle, you got your thread's all on your needle. But what you need to do, it's very important, you do not start your sew from the front, because otherwise that big ball of knot that you've started and created will end up on the front of your shirt and it won't look very nice. So what you need to do is go from the inside of your shirt, give yourself a starting point and just poke it through where you want to go. What I tend to do is you can poke your needle in and out until you're satisfied that's where you want to start your sew. So like I say, with this black border, ideally I want to sort of get the needle to come through the middle of that border. So obviously you're going in blind from the back of your shirt and you're going by eye. So there, I think I'm happy with that as the starting point. I don't know if you can see the needle on screen. So then, yeah, you've got to get the needle, pull it through, and then you'll feel the knot. You'll feel the end of that thread. You can give it a little tug, not too hard if you don't want to snap that thread. And then you've started there. Then now, like if I lift the thread, see? It's stuck there. Now what you want to do, my advice with where you want to push your next stitch through, you want to make your stitches quite, not too big, but again, not too small, because you can make them small, but it will take a longer time. My recommendation is where the thread's coming out of the patch, I don't know if you can sort of see, to push the needle back in, you want to leave yourself, I'd say, 1/4 centimetre in space. I'll show you this. I'll do it and then I'll kind of show you what I mean. Don't know if you can see that from here. Just lift that.
Go down a little, Lulu, down a little. There you are.
So there. Let me just hold this up. So that's roughly, don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I'd say, I'll show you in a minute. I'll do the loop. It'll be easier to see on the loop. But I'd say about 1/4 centimetre in stitch length you want to be aiming for. It's a nice sort of size to go with. So then from there, you just need to space it, take your time, follow your guide on where you are sewing. So again, keep poking through until you're satisfied with the position. Push the needle all the way through. This is quite a nice patch. I haven't been needing the thimble yet. And that's what you'll find. Sometimes you won't need a thimble. Only times you'll really need the thimble is if you've got a tough patch and you need to push the needle through the patch. And obviously they're quite sharp on the eye end as well. So you don't want to be using your finger to push that through too much. Yeah, through some hard patches, you will end up with a bleeding finger. So again, leave 1/4 centimetre. So I am well away now. So that's it. Start the sew, keep checking, and just rinse and repeat. Yeah, if I show you close up in just a second, just need to get this on point.
He's going down.
So here, if I try and show you.
So come down a little, Lulu.
So here we've got our first stitch there in the very corner, and then the next one there. So from this very corner to here, that's 3 stitches. So you can space it out, and when you start, you're not going to make it machine perfect. You could always re-sew and go again. So when I started sewing, like I say, I was using gaps and everything on the actual sew, and after I learned and went back in time, I went over it, made it neater. And that's the beauty of it. Let me just sort that out.
Am I right in thinking there's different types of stitches you can do?
There are, you see. Some people can, I don't know if it's hard to explain on here, but they like to sort of go around in a loop.
I've done it on a few of mine.
Yeah, and the thing with that is that takes a lot of thread. Yeah, it could take a lot of thread, a lot of time. So basically what I tend to do with mine is just basically go in like that, almost dotted down the edge, if I've made any sense with that. So instead of looping outside the patch, you just go, yeah. And it works just as well. It holds the patch perfectly. It doesn't go anywhere. And then that gets it nice and tight. So we're going to have a second wheel, do you think, Capitan?
I think we should have a second wheel. So,
what do you think for
right,
hashtag? Should we have a hashtag wheel too?
I think that'll be plain and simple enough for everyone to understand.
So make sure if you're watching and getting involved, you drop that hashtag.
But I think people might have thought we were only going to do one giveaway, because it looks like we're down to about 4 viewers at the moment.
Or maybe it's the American time zones, or it's Sunday dinner. Depends how late they're having their dinner. But we're always going to be
Craig,
about. People will be dipping
like
in and out.
Just started watching. I don't know if he heard. Craig, chuck hashtag wheel2 in the chat, and you'll be straight in the live, straight for a chance to win a prize.
And there is lots of prizes on this wheel. I'll be able to show some off in a second.
I've got a few here, actually. I could show Rocket his one for real.
Yeah, give him a flash of his prize. I'm just going to chuck this next thread through.
So I best double check which way I've done it, because
I'll leave that be. Well, I can flash some of the prizes up too.
I'll give Zen a little ask, was it?
What have I got in my secret stash box? Let's move that out of the way. Make some room. Still there, Capitan?
Still here, brother. You're gonna get your patch out. Woo! Look at that bag.
Look at that. Now we have a mixture of all sorts of random patches. I can show some off if you want. Now there's a few in here that will match a few mobsters' personalities. See if I can find any. Got some nice cool ones here. Got see, all sorts of random ones here. Nope.
Nope.
Basically, if you win this pickings on the prize wheel, you get to pick your patch. We do have a picture of all the patches available. I think there's a good 41 patches here.
Guys, so at the minute we've got 3 people on the wheel. If there are more watching, or if there's multiple people watching from one screen, or give it a hashtag wheel2. Get involved and get your chance to win a little prize.
So many to be won. And the choice will be yours on this one. So no matter what the patch is, whatever catches your eye, it's yours. And then also, we have mystery patches. Now these ones, a minute.
The choice isn't yours.
Don't seal envelopes, so we have no idea. You don't know what you're picking. So if you land on the mystery patch prize, you get to either pick mystery 1 or mystery 2. It's down to you. And we could either open it live on the show and you can see your winnings, or I could just send it to you. It'll be a surprise in the post.
So Craig taking advantage of my little shout out. So he's put a wheel2 twice for the misses, please, in brackets. So anyone's
not a
welcome
problem.
to do that.
Put it on there.
Watching, make sure you let us know and you'll get put on that wheel. I believe these are the two which are going out to Rocket.
Yeah, that's the ones, I think. The Wonder Woman ones. Yep, that looks about right.
Wonder Woman and a Joker.
Then we got these limited edition stickers. The old shiny Lulu. He's off.
I got one of them here.
He's gone.
I got a shiny Lulu. Is that a shiny, was it?
Yeah, exclusive to so high, these ones. Only going to be giving them out on the episode. Not posting them out.
Unless you're special.
You've got one, Mr. Co-host.
Naughty.
Put your hands on the goods early.
So I think we might have had a couple of people just join. I know I'm stitching Zen up, but if you've just joined, quickly write #wheel2 and you'll get a chance to win a little prize.
We could hold off a bit. We can see if there's any more.
Dan Silky has just put 6 more places, please.
Good lad.
I presume he's suggesting that the whole family are watching.
Absolutely. Put them all on. I'm sure that's what he wants, is Romeo getting a pack of needles to chase him around the house with.
Adam Taylor's commented, "Them beards are sexy." I presume he's talking about me and you, bruv, so we'll take that. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you very
I'm sorry,
much,
I've just
brother.
seen another one from Silky. He's sat up with the missus, 3 kids, the neighbour, and her dog.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Careful, we'll be getting fined.
Yeah. Be catching moths in his house again and birds. Mr. Doolittle
Right, so
there.
we've got a wheel ready to go.
Nice.
Are you ready for it, Mr. Lulu?
I am indeed.
It is on the screen. So that's not bad again. 8 on the wheel. 1 in 8 chance of winning. Zen has put his foot down. He's given Mrs. Silky. A spot on the wheel. But
Can we
no
just
kids,
put...
neighbour, or dog.
Can we put a Zen on the wheel, please? Because he is present, even though he's busy pressing buttons in the background. But I'd like him to be in for a chance.
Yes, definitely. Come on, Zen. Put yourself on the wheel. Yeah,
Can't be missing him out now. Good stuff. Because he is
Although
here.
he didn't write #wheel2, though.
He doesn't need to, mister. He gets the easy pass.
He is in.
Knowing him, he probably will. He'll manage to put hashtag in there somehow with his magical devices.
So Magni is trying to tell us he's got the whole street watching.
Good stuff up on the pub screen, I hope.
Silky says he's got the projector out. Nathan Stewart's right. Nathan's commented #wheel2.
Just said,
right, shall we get that wheel spinning, shall we?
We'll go for it.
Go on, Zen. Spin away. I hear a spin. I see a spin. Mrs. Silky is out.
Unlucky, matey. Rinse and repeat with my stitches. I'm just literally following along.
We're a Magni down. How far are you down that side already, Lulu?
About halfway.
No messing, see?
See?
Who was that?
Halfway down the long
Naga's
side.
gone.
Unlucky Naga. Who's next?
Rocket out.
Unlucky Rocket.
Rocket out. He's not being a double winner yet tonight.
Could be possible. Could be possible in future. Unlucky President.
Silky. That is the household gone. Could it be a fight off between Craig and Mrs. Oh no, Craig's gone.
Oh, that's a close one. Who's left? Got Mrs. Hoy,
Zen,
Mrs. Rocket,
Mrs.
and Zen.
Rocket, and Mrs. Hoy. These prizes best go to your ladies. Mrs. Hoy is out.
So Mrs. Rocket
Right,
and
Mrs.
Zen.
Rocket and Zen. Could we have just got Zen a prize? Because he wasn't gonna be on this wheel.
No.
I'm waiting for the. Oh, Zen's out. Last wheel. That means we do kind of have a double win.
We do a double household win.
Double household
Rocket
win.
and Mrs. Rocket. Congratulations, Mrs. Rocket. That means you'll have to get a shirt.
That means you're in. Yeah. Prospect. Well done.
Yeah, I'm about here now. So I've managed to start from there, gone all the way down to here. Not bad.
We've had no help.
No, there's been one. I'm just too numb.
Oh, I see. You held it in.
I knew
well.
it'd happen. It'll
Right,
mask it in the red border.
So let's
Should we see what she's won?
number one, number two, Mrs. Rocket.
Look at that. Double win.
Double household win. And we've got the next wheel up and ready. Do you want to give him the all clear to give it a spin, Lulu?
Are we ready? Spin away, sexy Terry.
Sexy Terry.
Sexy Terry.
Silky's on the puns. Hello. Rocket,
What
you've
a
lucked out there, mate.
Yeah.
There you go, Mrs. Rocket. You've got to do his patches now.
You won yourself pack of needles. These are decent
Pack of
ones as
needles.
well. Very handy, these packs. I would highly recommend. I don't know the brand. They don't endorse it. But yeah, if you ever see these in shops, get them. They are decent needles. And you get all sorts. Different sizes, shapes, thickness. And that's the thing. That if you get some patches that are like, they have the thinnest of border around the edge, you need a really tiny needle to get through there. So these packs, you get all them in there. I think they're like that end, or the tiny thin ones. And it goes up to the big boys. Well done, Mrs. Rocket.
Well done, Mrs. Rocket.
I'll chuck in some more stickers as well for our first show. We're feeling kind and generous like that. Why not,
First show stickers. Go on, chuck a couple more in.
I'm
I'm not going to chuck another so. I'm not going to chuck another so high in one because it's going to the same house. And
I'll put in the Mobio and Luigi in there and send them on their way.
Special, these are special, so you're only getting one Rocket household, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Go on, enforce those rules,
Mr.
Captain.
Silver Brown is back on. Oh, yeah, we've got a double pun comments from Silky. First, it wouldn't be a launch without a rocket.
Hey!
Never seen a launch show. And he's called you so generous, mate. I'm gonna have
So fine, so generous.
Right,
Exactly.
So what else have we got on the agenda? We've written the prizes down. We've done 2 prize wheels so far. What can we talk about? Silky brought it up earlier. I'm excited about this one because it's going to be my first flag.
Oh, it's something special about a flag.
There is something special about a flag, and especially when we mob the fuck up, take over the British stage and just put our flags all the way across the front, and
That was
Nobody
epic.
tells us to move them.
They don't.
Nobody even told us to move them. They embraced it. They let us get on with it, and well,
We made the show.
We set some atmospheres, didn't we?
We did. We were the unofficial. We were the official unofficial sponsors, I think. They just turned up on the day to sponsor all categories.
So, this wonderful flag, Silky's sorting out. We are Mob. We're not organised enough to have a picture of it, but you'll be able to find it on the Mob page. It will
be there.
You've got tonight and maybe a little time tomorrow morning to message Mr. Dan Silky Brown and get in on this order. They're £22 posted. It's a 5 foot by 3 foot flag, if I remember rightly.
That's the one. Same size as what I've got behind me. If I can just move out
behind you.
That
so
way.
That kind of size.
So it's a fair size flag.
It is, yeah. It's a decent size flag, I think. But yeah, we are Mob. I think they're landscape, aren't they? I believe they're landscape. So all the way around to the one Lulu's.
Yeah. They'll be different to my one. They'll be in landscape, these ones.
But yeah, I believe, Nathan, Sexy Terry, absolute legend, just put a little link in the chat, and I'm presuming that is to the flag post. That must be to the flag post.
I'm sure it is. He's on the ball, that one.
It's just a legend. We keep saying it. He's the where you're watching us with all this beautiful background. Every live we do with these beautiful backgrounds, they're all Zen. They're all Sexy Terry. He's well. There's no words really for what he's done for the Mob since he's been here. He's been amazing, and I know we always do it, but he deserves to be shouted about.
The recognition.
He deserves for it. 100%, mate. So that is the flag post. He's just popped up a little comment.
Compared to,
it was the
when he
was the
joined
start
to
of
now,
the boost, wasn't it?
It was, and
it was the
start
of the boost. Our first show. It was our first beer comp with our shirts. So it's where people started seeing, oh, who are they? What's that?
It was at Opie's. That's where it started with the Zen. It was at Opie's. I remember I was struggling with Facebook to go on either Instagram or Facebook Live dinner, and he was there next to me, and he was already filming on live, and he showed me the ropes. And I think I've got it on I think it's on Instagram on the live. You can go back and you could actually hear him in the background giving me hints on what to do, and that's how it all started. And he had a chat with the Sergeant Sandman. And then before we knew it, he was in our DMs and a full-gone member. And then from there,
is history,
yeah, the rest is history, basically. And we've made a lot of history.
We have.
With his shop, with his whole industry, Zen industry.
The beginning. Yeah.
And if you haven't already, I was going to say, if you haven't already, yeah, see, thinking alike. Check out Bearded Designs.
Do it now. Not now. We're live. Don't leave. Do it.
Don't do it yet. But yeah, there's all sorts that you can get your hands on. As far as I know, there's hoodies, t-shirts, stickers. Anything I missed off, give me a nudge. It's just endless.
We just need to keep giving him a nudge. So, because I'm pretty sure sooner or later there's going to be patches and badges, but we've just got to keep pushing him. We've got to keep buying stuff off him so he can buy some more making machines.
He needs a factory. We need to get him a prop.
He needs a factory. Dan Silky Brown said he wants a job from him.
He wants to go around and play with his. He does. He wants to go play with his toys. He'll be well away. You won't get him out your flat.
Silky wants his job to be playing, designing, printing. Zen, that is going to be his job. I can feel it coming. He's flying. Bearded Designs is going to be his full-time thing sooner or later. And yeah,
It will
Zen, hats
fly
off to you, mate. You're flying, absolutely flying. We are mob.
Absolutely.
Right, flags covered. We got a couple of new members this year. So far in January, we've had Buzz and Naga. I think Naga might be watching. He was early. I'm not sure about Buzz, but congratulations to both of you for becoming full Beard Mob England members.
That's what it's about. We are growing.
We are growing, but we're growing naturally. We're growing naturally.
Yeah, absolutely.
The right people, the right time.
We're one big family. We are mob.
Along with, well, before our next show, let's say, we've also got one of our prospects becoming a full-time member.
Who is passing?
Is our very own Madge. That's due, I believe, on the 5th of February. So before our next show, we give him a shout out now. Madge is going to become. I don't think he's going to vanish before then because he's fitting in
good
great.
Boy.
He's in the chat. He's mob already. Let's face it. But
exactly,
he officially passes and becomes a member on the 5th of February. So we're all looking forward to that.
And also, he does some amazing woodwork, doesn't he?
He does.
Those chopping boards.
What is his page? Let's give him a little shout out. Oh, somebody write it in the chat. Are you here? Madge, are you here? I don't know if you are. 5th of Feb, birthday live, Dan Silky Brown. Is that going down? Birthday live.
Oh, that'll be messy.
Mob. Yes, we are. Well,
just play drinking games.
If Madge is about, or anyone his little page for his woodwork, give it. Oh, here we go. Handmade by Majestic Woodworking. Nathan,
check it out.
Sexy Terry's nailed it. He's chucked it. Go and check it out because he's made some wonderful things that we've seen so far. Some mob things as well. He's got straight in there and
they're outstanding.
Made some beauties. Go and have a look. Handmade by Majestic Woodworking. Little end of the little roundup. We're gonna say some happy birthdays. So these are all
we've got
I believe.
A few, haven't we?
We have got a few.
There's one very important one coming up.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. First is the least important one, but thank you. That'll be me. When is it? Next Saturday, I think. Sunday the 15th.
Yeah. How young are you going to be then, Jacko?
Is it Friday or Saturday? I don't know. How young am I going to be? Not much younger. I believe it's my 38th.
Oh.
So I am Jacko 21. Thanks, Sexy Terry. Love you lots. Yeah, 38.
All that milk you've been drinking makes you youthful.
It must be something to do with milk. But yeah. So me on the 20th. I don't know anyone else's dates. Sorry, but I know mine.
But in order, we've got a few mobsters.
Yeah, in order, we have Saz, Raptor, Dozer, and Banksy. All of these people soon to have birthdays. So happy birthday to all of you in advance. I'm sure we'll say it on the day as well because we are family.
We are mob,
yes,
and undoubtedly.
Craig has kindly said, "Fucking hell, bruv, you don't look a day over 37." Good. Love it.
Good old boy.
Absolutely love it.
So making progress. I'm running out of thread.
Oh wow, that is because you're a pro and you pretty much fly.
Getting there. And down middle of the bottom.
Right. Oh, is that looping?
We got a looping in the house.
No, I thought you said middle of the bottom. I just thought.
I know where you're going. So when a certain Sexy Terry puts on his new patch, he'll be going through the hole and all, through the bottom.
Yeah. He has commented, sexy Terry, no bunda. What else did we have to say? We I think was it yesterday? Was the main beard mob's birthday? 6th or 7th?
6th. It was their 6th, if I remember. Yeah, sure. President will correct us.
Beard mob itself obviously originated over in America, and yesterday was their 6th birthday.
How mad is that? And what has happened in those 6 years is incredible. And the amount of money raised by these guys for charity is just phenomenal. And that's what it's all about.
It is insane. Just had another name pop up. Someone's just started watching. Mr. Sam Walsh. Welcome, buddy. Nice
Welcome, Mr. Whaler. The Whaler himself.
One more little thing to talk about. So I believe in next Sunday. Was it fortnightly? Is it?
I think
should have written this down.
Fortnightly.
Ours is fortnightly, so every other Saturday we have 2 of our officers doing a very special little show called Mob In.
The Domino Brothers.
So the Domino Brothers, yes, both with their blue Mark IIs, and they're doing a little show, getting to know a mob member. So I do believe they've got quite a big one for the first week, and I'm not sure.
I do.
If I'm allowed to
I'm
say
not
anything.
sure.
So
no, I don't think we should, just in case. But it's going to be exciting.
It is a big mob name, and they're very, very lucky, I think, to have him for their very first show.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm tuning in. I want to know more about this person as well, and that's the beauty of this show 100%. Is you'll be able to find out the history, the background.
He will have a lot of knowledge on a lot of it, won't he?
Oh, absolutely. Let me just check the stitching at the back. I think I'm nearly ready to knot off, and then I'll have to start a new thread, you know.
You know what? We had a little rota written down of how we're going to do this, and I have finished my roundup just as you are ready to knot off. It's perfect.
Look at that.
I don't know how we've done it, but we have.
Perfect timing. Look at that. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see from here, I haven't got a lot of thread left. I've got about 3 inches left, and that's a good amount to knot off with. So what you want to do to finish your thread once you've run out, is you want to make sure that the end of the needle is poking through the inside of the shirt, okay? So not poking out, but poking in. So now, move this out of the way. I can try and move the camera. Don't know if you can see. Oh no. What I'll do, I'll have to show it. You can see here. Hold up. Is that what we've done so far? Can you see that on screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So we started up here. There's our little knot, and we've gone all the way down, round to this little corner here, and there you go. Okay, so don't know if you'll be able to see from there, Jacko. I'll wait till you top up on your milk.
So I'm just sneaking about. I definitely see what you've done, and I can see your
the thread. It's gone all the way, and it's right. Stop there, yeah. So what you want to do?
popped another pun in there. That's not bad. That's not bad.
So what we want to do at the end, so where we've got our last stitch, if you can see here, is we want to gather the bit of the shirt. So we need to go in and out. So I don't know if you can see that. Can you see?
Yeah, so you've like creased a little bit up and you've popped it all the way through.
So what you want to do is do that until you've got the pointy end of the needle, and then you see this bit of thread here that you've got, almost like a loop.
Yeah.
You want to wrap it round the needle point, like so. So I've just basically got it, wrapped it around and left it. So now just got to pull the needle, and then that little circle will turn into a little knot, and then you repeat the process to gather a bit. Get your thread, wrap it round again, poke through the needle. That's knot number 2, and it's always best to do about, I'd say 3 or 4, depending what you feel like. I'll probably do it 4 times just so it's properly secured. Don't know if you can see there, it's like gathering up a few knots on the inside.
Yeah, you can see it's getting thicker.
And the last one, again, wrap it round, pull through, and then you're good there. And you need to get your scissors. And basically snip off the thread, but I like to leave a little bit of thread. Don't want to do it too tight, too close, in case you cut through the knot, if that makes sense. So leave a little bit off. Cut that there. And voila, we've got a starting point and a finishing point. Go back a bit, there you go. So now what I need to do is get more thread and thread the needle once more to then make sure we start again. So you get the idea. You thread the needle again, you get your thread sorted, and then you carry on from where you put your last knot, and you sew all the way to the next, repeat the process, and then your patch should be secured on. But what I'll do is I'll re-thread the needle again, just so you guys can learn the ropes one more time.
I'm going to do it with you this time, Lulu.
Let's go with the sew.
Right, let me get me.
What I will do is I'll get the paper. And I will get my thread, if I can find it.
Right. I'm going to concentrate with you this time and actually do it. Where'd my little scissors go?
So I'm like, I've lost all my stuff. I've lost my kit.
Where's my scissors?
Where did I put my thread? Probably back in my bag. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just finding my thread. 2 secs.
I got a thread. I do need some decent scissors for next time when I'm going to start sewing, because
it's always handy. It's always handy because I've used scissors and you'll be there. It's a bit like sellotape, and then you're cutting sellotape, and then you're just cutting. Nothing's going through. You end up frustrated. So there's my thread. Yes.
So sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat, but it looks like Mr. Silky and Sexy Terry have answered the question I was about to.
Look at that. Good stuff. Well done, lads.
They're sorting Craig's lovely wife out, or Mrs. Sorry, if she's not your wife, with some stickers. Some mob stickers.
Good stuff.
Everyone wants the mob stickers.
So,
Little
thread me
secret.
needle.
Hey, I got it. Right, I'm threaded. What am I doing now?
So I'm threaded too. So you need to get your two ends together.
Yeah.
Get them meeting. Like so. So this hand you got your needle. This hand you got your two ends. All right. So you hold it at your eye. Like that. With that hand. And then you got your two ends with that hand.
Yeah.
So you basically, with the eye hand, you should hold on to the two ends. So you should have a circle in one hand, like that.
Yep.
Okay. And the idea of this now is not to let go. Hold on, I've got in a muddle now. There. Yep, I've just let go. Look, there's me getting in a muddle. Let me do that again. Can get fiddly. So yeah, get the loop, make a circle, pinch it there. So then, with the end, so you're basically grabbing the thread with that's the end, the two ends, and then you wrap it around your needle 8 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now with this finger that you've just wrapped it round, push the thread, the loops, down to the other finger and thumb.
Yeah.
It should be the eye end, and grab it, sort of pinch it, and then pull the needle with your left or your right. Sometimes it can get caught, so you have to give it a little tug, and then it should pull through. Yeah. And then just as it gets short, grab the two ends and then keep pulling, and it will make the knot. You done it.
I done it.
Hey, good job, Capitan.
See, so you can do it, people.
You see, just practice and better explaining from Lulu. Bad
That
teaching.
was perfectly explained, and yes, it's
The more you do it, the easier it gets. It's one of those tricks that once you've got it, that's it. You're well away.
Once you know, it's pretty simple.
And then you just need to, like we say, trim off the two little frayed bits, the two little bits of thread. And then that should be your little knot with the two little tails coming off. Get rid of all this. And there we have it. Another needle and thread. And again, where I finished the patch, I want to go from the inside, poke the needle through. Again, about 1/4 of a centimetre away from where the thread came out since your last stitch. Poke the needle and gently pull the thread through until you feel the tug of the knot. And there you go. You can finish off the patch and carry on sewing.
You may as well crack on sewing while I ask a few people who's watching if they want to write another little hashtag down.
Oh, we are being generous today. I'm liking this. Tell you what I need to do is my phone is flashing up battery. It's never done that.
The man needs a charge.
I've got a charge. I just need to bring it closer. So let me make sure the needle's poking out. That's one bit of advice. You can always leave a patch if you're feeling tired or you've got something on. You don't need to finish it from start to finish. People are busy. But what I would recommend, if you have a look here, is making sure the needle's always poked through the outside of your shirt, and then ruffle up a big pinch of it, put the needle through, hang up the shirt, and you can always get back to it. So take your time. It's not a race.
Dan Silky Brown has said, "Great sew. Where's the high?"
Yeah.
Not a clue. That vape didn't go down very well.
Oh no, not very high. Practice. Yeah, get those hashtags in, people.
Get your hashtags up. Magni has guessed the right hashtag, which is wheel 3. Dan said he wouldn't bother to Magni, probably because he thinks Rocket's going to win again.
Is Jamie watching?
I don't know. I haven't seen Jamie pop up, and he hasn't won anything, so he can't be watching.
He's the one you got to watch for in these lives and these comps.
So I think Rocket's replied to Dan. He says he is SEW baked. We've got a Rocket. We've got some names coming in now. There's a couple of names. I see on my screen that it says there's 7 people watching, so we should have at least 7 people writing on here and getting involved. Plus your missus is yes.
Drop your hashtags.
Get your hashtags up there.
Right. Found a charger. I'm all good.
Dan,
the angle's funny.
Dan Silky Brown's gone with hashtag 3-wheeler.
Yay! I like that.
How we doing for time?
I have no idea. I've not looked at the clock yet.
Tell you what, it's 7 minutes to.
No way. Look at that.
So
We're doing well. We're doing well.
You know what I spoke about at the beginning, saying we might add an extra one.
Yeah.
I think I'll just add that to this wheel. So you get whatever you get off the wheel, plus something
extra.
I think it's pretty special.
It is very special.
I've already obviously got one on my main shirt. You don't know what it is yet, but I've got one on my main shirt.
I've got them both.
I've got one ready for my Mark II, which has not even been bought yet, but I've got one ready for that.
What are you thinking with your Mark II? Any ideas?
Not really, not yet. I mean, I want my Mark I rammed and totally done before I start my Mark II. So,
makes sense.
So when the time is right, when my shirt is nearly full, that's when I'll start thinking about the Mark II. I have got a few double patches, which obviously I'm keeping for the Mark II whenever it does appear. But this
always handy. This
extra one I'm going to give away, or we're going to give away with this third wheel, is just a spare. I think I may have won it. So as quite a few people always say, I am going to pass on that mob love.
Pass it forward.
Already have 2, so this one's getting moved on.
Nice. That's what we're about. Passing things forward, spreading the love.
You will find out what it is. And if it's not Rocket that wins, you will get one of these.
We have to get more of these made. We need to contact Beard Designs.
Yeah, get onto Beard Designs. You can have your own made. We don't mind.
I think I'm going to get a mass order of these.
Oh, mate, yeah. I've between me, you, and the however many people watch this, there's definitely some stickers on the way to me. So
love a sticker. Everyone loves a good sticker.
We've made a little order with Mr. Bearded Designs, Sexy Terry himself. We've got a wheel ready, by the way, Lulu. Should we get it up?
Oh, do it. I put in an order in as well. I've got something very, very special on the way. I'm not saying what.
Can you see that wheel, Lulu? That's a bit fuller. That's how we like them.
Oh, that's looking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. People have finished their roast dinners. They're back on the show.
They've heard about the prizes being thrown around left, right,
They have.
And they thought, we need in, which is true. They do need in.
Who loves a good prize? We all love a prize.
We all love a prize. Of course we do.
Right, let me do my last stitch because I want to see this. I want to watch this wheel. Making good progress. We're nearly there.
Have you done that already?
No, I'm halfway up on the left side. Probably won't have time on this show, but
I was going
I
to
will
say.
show off the finishing result in the group once we are done. I'll get some nice photos and in shots of the stitching so we can see what happened.
Proper. Right, Zen, shall we? I'm going to give Lulu the pleasure of this last wheel. You start it off, my brother. This is your show. I'm your co-host. I know I blabber on, but this is about Lulu.
Wouldn't be so high without our captain.
True that. You are still starting.
Going high and sailing high. Right.
Hit it up. Look at Zen. Look at the little cursor
Go
on the
on.
spin.
Go on. 3, 2, 1. Spin away.
Go on.
Go on with yourself. Oh, lucky Zen. Straight on, straight off.
He had a good run the last wheel.
He's on every wheel. That's the rules.
He doesn't need any of these prizes. He'll just make it himself.
I know. Is there anything he can't make? Also, check out his origami. They're they're magnificent. They are. The detail in them.
The origami is something different. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
I've got my little Pokemon ball. I love it. It's literally.
I don't remember seeing that.
You know, see my little. It's in the other room.
That's
in the other room, but it's a little origami Pokemon ball. It's fucking brilliant. Amazing. That's next to my trophies in the trophy wall.
Oh, there's the rockets out.
Oh, lucky rockets! But you've won a prize. You're happy. You can go away happy tonight. You've got yourself a little special something.
I mean, is that the first time I've seen a Sandman on the wheel?
Yeah, Sandy's joined us. Will he be victorious?
Will he come in and conquer?
What are you snacking on? What's your snack of choice tonight?
These bad boys.
Oh, I love them.
Yes. Audi. Yeah. The bag's a bit too big, though. Once they're open.
That's the problem. That's my problem. Yeah. You don't realise until it's gone, and then you got the bellyache.
It's not the problem. It's really good because I love them, but yeah, they could do being a bit smaller to save the body.
Love me some snacks. Last 3, knocking them down. And the very special prize as well on top, don't forget.
There is an extra. And I'm going to say goodbye to Nagger down. Sandman can come in.
Nagger. Sandman's clinging on.
Sandman, get out. Magni wants these. I'm only joking, mate. Hope you win. Oh, he has! Mr. Sandman.
Hey, congratulations, Sandy.
Congratulations, brother. Well done.
Winner. So in
I need a win, he says on the chat. Well, you've just got one, my man. You have just got one. So,
what should we do? Should we do the prize first? Prize wheel first. And then I think you'll show off your little special extra.
We give him the extra, and I wonder if he's got 2 of them already.
Oh, I don't know, actually. We'll soon find out.
Either way, if he has, I'm sure the mob love will keep moving on.
Oh, yes. And I'm sure, yes, definitely. I don't want to give too much away. It's too tense.
He's won. Sandman, you have won 2 tents.
Congratulations. 1 for you and 1 for Dover, so she could get some sleep.
Right. What are we saying? Spin this prize wheel.
Spinner.
Go on, then. Get
Who
it
got
going.
this to use?
What
Go
are
on,
we
go
gonna
on, go on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, you guys have a sewing kit.
Nice.
Look at that. So he could
good.
sew all the patches at the comps. His turn next. We could all see him use his feet, the spectacle that is sewn with his feet that he says. Live.
Live.
You can see it happen. Let me
maybe
find
live,
this quote.
Live on video would be better than us being next to him with his feet out sewing.
Here it is. So
He
you've got
says,
yourself.
nice, that's cool. So he's pleased with his little prize.
And of course, I think showing the sticker, we'll chuck in the exclusive So High sticker with that.
So, man, you get one of them. I'll write your name on the back of this one straight away.
Congratulations, Sandy. Let's leave that there.
Do you know what? If Sandman, give me a message. Let me know if Dover has our own separate sticker collection. I'll send you two.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. I've got some my end, so I'm sure with the sewing kit, I'll send them on along with the needle.
You send him one with a sewing kit, and I'll send him one with this.
Now that's a special.
Man.
And there's history behind that. I think,
really.
if I believe, that was our first ever Beard Mob England patch.
I believe it was. I believe you are right. It is a thing.
I think that was the first one I think that we ever got made. Way back in 2020, wasn't it?
2020.
It involved Mr. Craig Hoy, the genius who's watching. His magical designs with the president's magical brain to come up with such an epic shield.
It actually is pretty epic, isn't it? But
I do love it.
That one, Stan Man, is yours, buddy. I'll put it with your sticker, and we will get them sent out.
We will indeed.
Or maybe we'll bring them to a comp.
I'm sure. Well, depending on the mail, it might take that long. It might be quicker going to the comp, you know.
That's what I'm thinking.
The way they've been going recently.
Christ. Right, well, we got last few little looks at the chats.
We do like the time, and like I say, the pack is as done. I've actually got quite a bit done. Don't know if I can show you from there, if you can see.
That's it.
So we're up to there, and we started there, gone all the way around. So yeah, good progress. Good progress. We knotted off. We did a little tutorial on the sticky back plastic. So next time, what I'll probably do is I'll get this one finished in my own time, and then from the next live, we'll choose a new patch, maybe a new shirt, and get Jacko. You'll be able to sew with us as well.
Yeah. I think maybe the next show I'll get involved with some sewing.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. So I think we're all good to go. All good to go. So hope everyone enjoyed it. Our first official live. So high. No, it went all well. Ready for more. We will fling up the dates of the next show in due course. Don't you worry. We've got them all lined up, ready. And I think we should close with some closing wisdom. What do you think?
I reckon you, my friend, are full of some so high wisdom.
So I reckon I'm going to leave it with, if we all had a bong, we'd all get along. All right. We'll see you all soon, guys.
Stay safe.
So high.